How in the world are you, my friends? I should have gotten a pedicure for this. Actually, that's a manicure. But I thought it might be interesting to take a little look at one of these baits being made from start to finish. I got a little place cut out in this marking how far I can go back, but I want to use every ounce of this wood that I possibly can. A little center line on there. I think today we're going to make a little mouse. I did one of these and I like the way he turned out, but I think we can make some improvements. This is him. We're going to make a jitterbug just like this out of him. He has little leather ears and a leather tail. And my wife and daughter said that it looks like a cat to them. So we'll work on that a little bit. Let's see here. Let's start with his head. The reason it looks like a cat is because I need to leave as much meat as possible on this to screw over. Get onto. So you don't want to make him just actual mouse size. You gotta give him a little bit more body. So we're going to come back and fix this, but we'll see if this will start. I'm going to use every bit of wood I can. It's not quite big enough actually. We're going to stretch it as much as we can. I have to run off this backside there. We're going to do a little something here on this one, I think, kind of make him look like he has some back legs. We'll see how that goes. That's what a lot of my carving is let's see how it goes. That's not terrible, I don't think. As far as my side goes, whoa, this one's head way bigger. It really is good to have plenty of meat up there. Let's see if we can get a little bit more out of this head. Right down to the point. Oh, I can't see it. In my mind, I can see it before. Start to shake it around a little. Does that look like a mouse at all? Looks like a hot air balloon with a hernia. I don't know. I think it goes back a little further, so let's try that. I like that little there. A little nose up here. I have a couple of the eyes. I'll have those long eyes right around. You know, myself. Brenda does. Alright. To the bandsaw. I just thought about how horrific this footage would be if something went awry. So I'm going to be extra careful here. Was trying to do this around my camera. It turns out it's very difficult. So he's hideously ugly, but we're going to keep on going with him, see how he turns out. It could be worse, but just barely. All right, so that was a terrible job with the bandsaw. Well, that's a little better that way. But we did not exactly knock that out of the park. But he's going to be okay. We'll just need to doctor him up a little bit. You know, it might be good if I put my glove on, since I cut my finger yesterday. I can't find it. Here. Look at we. One any clear, no like that, but those this one. Listen, so maybe. Here, this is it. Wait, please, that's not it. We're going for business. But it was Ouch. Yeah. I knew y'all would get to see a little something. That wasn't it. That's where I did hit that again. That's it there. This wood is hard. It's bass wood, but it's a hard piece. That got me a little. But you got to put a little blood in everything. He's got a little mousy look to him. He's rough around the eyes, isn't he? Mine always are. Ouch. Let's go to do a little sanding. This may get a little shaky. to see because I think so here for remember how this was not as long as I wished it was, and how we didn't round that very back end? See how it's square? Things do not get better usually. They get worse. It's like these eyes. I really need to do something to them. Let me get a little. That's going to be all right by the time we get some paint on it, by the time we do a little fixing. All right, what we're going to do now is add his hair on. I got his nose a little sharp. That's all right. And we do that with this tool. All right, and you really cannot make too many score lines on this dude. The more you make, the better they are, even overlapping one another. Yep, that's our guy. All right, so next, this is weight as well as a lip, and he's going to have two hooks on him, right in here and right in here. But you really want enough weight so when you throw it, it hits the water and lands the right way. I think that the hooks and the lip are enough. Pardon me, but I think we may put just one little weight in the bottom here to help it know which way to land. Hooks are probably going to go about right here. That looks centered. About right there, and one way back here at the back. That's a good spot. So I think I'll put my weight, since I have good weight here, I have a tail and a hook back here. I think I'll put one sinker in here, probably. I don't think it'll take much to just help convince him to sit upright when he hits the water. So I've got me a little spot mark there. This is just a little sinker. It's a good way to get a little weight in there without having a lead pot. A lot of people have a little thing that'll melt lead and put it in there, but I probably don't need to be around a lot of molten lead that could make me lose my mind somehow. That hole is tight. Yeah, mama. So now we got this hole. Whatever will we do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Over here I have some baking soda. And if you put baking soda in that hole, just get it good and level. You can take a little super glue. This is super glue. It's super thin too. You'll see how it does. Just a drop or two will do it. When that hits that baking soda, it almost immediately becomes hard as a rock. Just hit that just a touch. Get to it. And this is how we make our hook holders. It's probably an official name for those things, but hook holder is what I call them. You can put this in a vise and use a drill on it to twist it, but I've been doing this and I can't show you very well. Usually I just roll this stick down my belly, but you don't want to see my belly being pressed. That's how we make hook holders. Maybe I didn't. I don't even know where that went. Anybody see that? He ain't going nowhere this time. This is medium super glue. It's a little bit thicker. Keeps it from going every which way. So let me find my hook holders again because we do not have a whole lot of time whenever I glue this. What did I do? Okay, there's one. There's the other. All right. I got a little finer head that gets it down in there a little better, but that'll work. I could have reamed that hole out a little bit more, and I still may have to, but let's see what I can do. Twist it in there if you have to. And that one is in there really good. Sorry, little buddy. All right. That was my stomach making noises, by the way. It was not this mouse making noise whenever I installed that terrible hook hanger. All right, so most of the time on baits, at this point, I take this thin super glue and put it all over the bait to waterproof it. Then I sand it a little bit, and then I'll paint it. But with this, that super glue would make a little bit of a mess out of these. You couldn't get in there to sand it, and it just doesn't quite do right. So instead, we're going to just go straight to paint with this baby. Yes, we are going to airbrush, and yes, I am terrible at it. And no, I cannot make you a Panama City t-shirt, but I wish I could. Airbrush paint has to be about the consistency of milk when you use it. Does that look like milk? It's kind of like Pepto-Bismol or something, isn't it? But I think that's going to work for us. We're going to start by painting the whole thing white. His belly's going to stay white. We'll probably have to come back and paint it again at the end. But hope this airbrush works for me okay today. Looks like it's gonna be all right. We start with a light gray on these mice. Let me shake this baby up. When I shake paint up like that, my watch thinks I worked out or something, so it's pretty cool. Mixing up a little bit of this dark gray, and it's still not quite dark enough. Let's put another drop or two. Oh, I just spilled it in there. Yeah, that's what we're looking for right there. But it's a little thick. Remember, we're looking for milk. That was Chick-fil-A sauce. I'll call him painted gray at least, and a little bit of pink mouth around there. Takes a steadier hand than mine really for this. Stop breathing, John. Actually, I was nervous on those other ones. So that's my stomach making noise. Just ate chicken nuggets. It's amazing how much life some eyes give something, even just black dots. How's he look? Looks like a possum. Great. Baby possum is what we've made here. Looks dangerously possumish, but that's all right. This is going to be ears and tail. It's some shoestrings that came in a pair of shoes that I had one time, and they had regular shoestrings and leather, and I used the regular. But I'm a hoarder, so I kept the leather ones. And see, Carrie, they ended up being useful. So if that's him, I would say his tail needs to be right here-ish. Are ears farther back or forward or off to the side? Let me find something to practice in. Drilling that way is how I got that cut. That one's from today, you remember, but this one was from this move, so go kind of slow. So we will use some of this medium glue. That looks similar. Oh yeah, this tail really adds a lot to this little dude. Drilled that hole a half a mile. It's a good sign when that glue comes out like that, but we don't want it to dry on there. Yep, that's it. I almost glued myself to it. How long should that tail be? You can always cut more. All right. Looking a little more mousy all the time. All right. Man, oh man. His nose is terribly close to that hole, isn't it? All right. I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to take that out and move it forward just a touche. All right, this is where I get nervous. Good. Not bad. All right, that got us out past the nose, so that'll work. I don't know if you've ever seen how a jitterbug works, but they really, right on top of the water, do a lot of dancing right back and forth. Let's see here. Have some polyurethane here. Hey. But just one good dip does it. Stick. Stay on there good. There he is. Looking a little bit like a mouse. We'll hang this dude up over here so he can drip good. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you would like to win the bait that we just made, why don't you comment either on YouTube, or you can comment maybe where I shared it on Facebook, and you can win that bait. I'll pick one of the comments and give that baby away. We'll do that here in this next week. I'll let you know when we have a winner, and I sure appreciate you watching.